What's going on, guys? It's Adrian, the Shaver here, and last video was a pack opening. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a squad builder, a Brazil squad builder. Just give you guys what I kind of want to be doing when FIFA 14 comes out. I'll do squad builders, pack openings, Division 1 tournaments, and all this stuff, just to kind of give you guys a heads up what's going to be going on my channel. So we're going to do a pretty cheap Brazil squad. So let's go ahead and get into that. We're just gonna name it Brazil. Alright, this is gonna be pretty cheap. Like I said, it's only costs about 50K. It'll cost you about 70, 71, 72 if you include the reserves and the subs that I'm going to include. I basically have at least one backup person for each position, so yeah. So it's pretty cheap, It's pretty good too. They're great players. We'll get into it. The formation we're gonna be using is one that I don't really see a lot of people use. 4-3-2-1 formation here. We'll start up top. We'll start with the bottom goalie. The formation that I use in all these, what am I doing? The formation that I use is 4-3-3, just because that's what I started with, and I didn't really want to stray away from that since everyone that I got pretty much was that. So, but here we go. We'll start in goal. In goal, we're gonna put up Diego Alves. Diego Alves is a really great goalkeeper. Brazil from Spain. He's 91 diving, 90 reflexes. I played with him. Obviously, you could see I played 3 games so far with him, and he's done real well for me. So he makes a lot of great saves and whatnot. So I picked him up for 1,800 coins. So everything's real cheap right now. If you need something to do before FIFA 14 comes out, then I recommend just doing something new. So then in left back, we shall have. The most expensive guy that's on here for me is going to be Marcelo. Marcelo is probably the best left back for Brazil. I mean, he has great pace, great dribbling, good defender, and he can pass and he can head. But he cost me 17,750. He's going to be the most expensive guy here on this squad right now. So unless you already have him, he's going to cost a pretty penny. And you don't have to use him. Obviously, you can go for a cheap left back. Left back that I have for his backup is real cheap. All right. Next, we are going to throw in, we're going to go ahead and put in the most OP center back in the game, David Luiz. Everyone knows that, he's a 79 non-rare card, but he's actually a freaking beast. Those stats are probably not even accurate. He probably has like an 85 heading and like an 85 defense. I mean, I picked him up for 3,000. He's played 4 games for me. He's only scored 1 goal. But I mean, he's definitely an aerial threat for corners, for defensive corners and everything like that. And he's a real great defender, and he's not too slow. He says 78. Yeah, he's pretty fast, so, and he's great to pick up. On the other side of him, I'm going to put Naldo, the Brazilian center back from the Bundesliga. He's a freaking beast. He's 6'6". He's a tall giant, so he wins like every header on every corner, every defensive corner, every jumping header. He'll pretty much win them with a 78 heading. He's already scored 1 goal in 4 games that he's played for me. I picked him up for 2,000, so he's pretty cheap. And he has a 4-star weak foot, which is kind of random for a defensive center back, but hey, it's pretty cool. And then on right back, we are going to put this guy, Mariano from the French League. I've never heard of him, but I mean, with an 89 pace, it's pretty much all you want on your right back and left back is pace and some defense, because they're going to be playing more forward and giving crosses and everything. But he has a 3-star weak foot and a 4-star skill move. That's pretty good. I picked him up for 750, so I mean, a little more than discard value that no one really pays attention for. He hasn't scored, obviously, as you can see, but I mean, he's not really going to be doing it. He's more for crossing and playing defensive. All right, center mids. First center mid we're going to have is Lucas. Now, Lucas, I picked him up only for 2,600 because I picked him up as a cam instead of a CM. If you try to get him as a CM, he costs about 8 or 9. So I recommend just paying the 8 or 9. Otherwise, you got to try to find a cam to CM card, and those are actually really expensive. They're like, yeah, people are ridiculous with those. They're like 7 or 8. So ultimately, I paid 10, 11 for him when I could have just got him for 8 in his position already. But Lucas, his PSG card, doesn't really matter which one you get. I probably should have got his Sao Paulo card from the Brazil League. The Brazil League. It probably would have fit with a little bit better chemistry with more people, but I mean, I already gets 100 chemistry without it. So, a 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, and a 92 pace. Lucas, he scored 1 goal for me so far in the 4 games he's played. I use him for his pace. You know, he can get up the field real fast, or you know, get around defenders and make the good passes that'll lead for the forwards and everything. But he's real good, so I recommend him. Right next to him, we are going to put Ramirez. Ramirez is a Chelsea player, Barclays Premier League, 88 pace, 82 dribbling. He's more defensive, so I put him right in the middle so he can play more defensive for me. He has scored 1 goal in the 4 games, so he has that pace. So if you ever get him up there, you know, he can get up there and take a shot on goal. He has a 68 shot, which is not very good, but I mean, he can get him on goal at least. But he's real tall. Well, he's not real tall. He's 5'11", kind of short actually. But he's real fast and a real defensive center mid. All right, next to him, we are going to put. Who did I put next to him? I think I'm missing somebody. But we'll put Luis Gustavo next to him. Oh no, we're not gonna put. Yeah, we'll just keep Luis Gustavo here. I know who I'm missing. All right, Luis Gustavo, center mid, 4-3-2-1. You know, fits right in. 3,900. It's kind of expensive. He's real defensive. You can see 83 defense, 77, 76 heading. He's not very fast, but I use him more for defense. So actually, we're gonna swap him out so that way I can put him in for the backup. So I use him more as a backup. The other guy I have is actually a cam. There he is. All right, Wellington Nem. That's what he goes by. 4-3-2-1. I picked him up as a cam for only 1,100. Obviously, I need to change him to a CM to have perfect 9 chemistry for him. But you know, it doesn't really bother me because those cards were expensive. He has 91 pace, so he's great pace for, you know, a low 77 rated player. He hasn't scored for me. He's just been more of you know, getting the ball forward and getting around defenders. But he's real fast, so that's why I kind of picked him up. All right, we'll go up top, left forward. We have Robinho. Robinho, the Serie A player, with an 88 pace, 91 dribbling, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Picked him up for 2,200, so he's pretty cheap, you know, for a good player that he is. He scored 1 goal in 4 games for me. He's not bad at all, 91 dribbling, so he can definitely get up the field with his pace. You can use definitely his skill moves will get around defenders real well, real easy. So I recommend picking him up. And then on the other side, right forward, we have the one and only Hulk. Hulk, you know, Hulk, he's not as good as you would think he is, to be honest. You know, he has 90 pace, 85 shot, and he has a 4-star skill move, but he has a 2-star weak foot. It's kind of like David Silva, who has the deadly left foot with the 2-star weak foot right foot. So with Hulk, I use him mainly for his pace, and then try to get the ball back in the middle. I don't take a lot of shots. He has scored 3 goals for me, and that's mainly because his pace has gotten him forward to the one-on-ones with the goalies and everything. His left foot is deadly, but like I said, that right foot will definitely have crappy shots. Picked him up for 4,100, so a little more on the expensive side compared to everyone else. Alright, and for striker, we have Wellington. This guy is the most underrated beast in the game. He's 92 pace. He's one of the fastest strikers in the game. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Picked him up for only 2,400. He's cheap. He's only 5'9", but he has a 78 header. He has a 78 header, and I mean, he's scored 7 goals in 4 games that I've played with him already. He pretty much just doesn't miss. He has great shots. You know, he can get up there for the headers. He scored a header for me already, so don't be hesitant to, you know, use him with his size. But there is the starting lineup for what I usually use, and then like I said, I like to have a backup for everyone. So let me show you the backups for everybody, just real fast. All right, first we will do. Let's go with my backup goalie. Is Julio Cesar from QPR. He's pretty good. I mean, he has 84, 80, 84, 82. So I mean, he's not bad. I mean, he's right up there with Diego Alves. The only thing Diego Alves has on him is his diving, pretty much. You know, and the reflexes. But you know, Cesar is pretty good at, you know, keeping the ball out at least. So all right. So next we'll do whatever comes next. The right back. Oh, excuse me, Danilo from FC Porto. I picked him up just because of his pace, and there's not a lot of good right backs except for Dani Alves, but that guy will cost you an arm and a leg to get. 86 pace. He's only played 2 games for me, and I haven't really noticed anything outstanding for him, but he just has the pace and the dribbling to kind of help defend real fast. He's only 1,100, so I just picked him up so that way I have a backup. All right. first center back is going to be Lucio from Sao Paulo. I got him because there's not a lot of other center backs besides like Thiago Silva. Would be nice to get, but he's going to cost you just as much as Dani Alves, basically. But he has great defense and great heading, so that's why I picked him up. You know, he can get in there for the corners. He hasn't scored for me yet, but great defensive and a 4-star weak foot. You know, random 4-star weak foot. All right, the other one's going to be Dede to center back. This guy's an absolute tank. 6'4". He's pretty tall, but he gets up there and wins almost every header, just like Naldo. He has 81 pace, so he's really fast. 82 heading, 81 defense. He scored 1 goal in 2 games that he's played for me. He's real fast and can get up and score those headers. He's a great guy, and I picked him up for only 2,000. Alright, and the left back that I have is Felipe Luis. There wasn't a lot to choose from, so I just chose Felipe Luis because he has, you know, some pace. And he's not bad. I mean, he's 79 underrated card, I think. He's only 1,300, so, you know, I just got him up there for his pace, basically. And so, yeah. Alright. And then the center mid. The first center mid we have is Kaká from Real Madrid. You know, no one really uses him. He's actually kind of expensive, 7,500, but he's not, I mean, he has 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He just doesn't have the pace, so I think he's a little underrated. If you can get a shot on goal with him, it's really deadly. So, but I've just picked him up for a center mid position. Let's see, the other center mid position I have, we'll go with Luis Gustavo, like I already showed y'all, for a defensive side. So there's him. And the other two that I picked up are Paulinho. I got Paulinho's original card from Corinthians instead of his Tottenham, just because he would fit better for my squad, obviously, since I have Brazilian, you know, league players as well. So, but Paulinho's pretty good. I think he's a little underrated on his card. 3-star. He's only 2,200. He scored a goal in the only 2 games he's played so far. And the other center mid that I picked up was Oscar from Chelsea. I haven't even played with him yet. I just kind of picked him up because I have an extra spot for a backup, and so I might as well just got a center mid. He has pretty decent pace and good dribbling, and he's actually played really well for Chelsea. So I don't know, maybe it'd come out whenever I play with him. He's only 2,000 to. All right, and let's see who else do we have. All right, left forward we'll go with Emerson. Emerson, I've never heard of him. I just looked him up whenever I found Brazilian. He's from Corinthians. He's pretty fast, 87. He's actually scored 2 goals in 1 game that he's played. You know, he's played 2 games, but they were both in the same game. They were headers. So this guy is real fast, real underrated, 4-star skill moves, and he's cost 3,000 just because there wasn't a lot of them on the market. So, but if you can pick him up, that'd be awesome. And the right forward will be Jorge Enrique. Is that how you say it? Yeah, or George Enrique, doesn't matter. 90 pace from Corinthians as well. So with the other striker that I'll show you, all 3 of them will fit in perfect. He was only 2,400. He hasn't scored yet, but he's real fast. He's another one of those 2-star weak foot, so I don't take a lot of shots with him anyways. I just kind of use him for his pace and to get crosses in. And last but not least, the other striker, Alexandre Pato from Corinthians, his old card. 89 pace, 77 heading, 78 shot. This guy has great pace. He'll get up there, and his shots on goal are extremely deadly. 1,600, so he was real cheap. Scored 1 goal in 2 games. So there you guys have it. The last thing I can add is a manager. I just got the only Brazil manager that there pretty much is, just to kind of make it perfect. So there we go. So there's the squad with the backups. Hope you guys enjoyed. Brazilian squad. Like I said, if you just want, you know, just these guys, they cost about 50K. If you want these backups as well, it costs another 20K. So it's about 70 to 75K, depending on where you can get for these guys, or if you already have some of them. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed. They're real well. I'll get some gameplay in for you guys maybe next time. Like the video if you liked, and until next time, I'm out.